Well, Donald Trump has responded to the backlash from any decent human, and any decent human that is going to have a serious problem with a call for genocide. And then he named a number of the Republican commentators. And so we're going to look at that in a moment here. I have not read it yet, but we see Tucker Carlson, Megyn Kelly, Candace Owens, Alex Jones all referenced. But in case you need reminded of what we're talking about the attack on civilians, something that America can no longer claim any kind of moral high ground because this is barbaric. This is absolutely barbaric. This is Easter Sunday. Tuesday will be Power Plant Day and Bridge Day, all wrapped up in one in Iran. There will be nothing like it. Open the effing straight, you crazy bastard, and you'll be living in hell. Just watch. And then he blasphemes Christians. Praise be to Allah. And that is absolutely absurd and unbecoming of a president. And that's his Easter message. And then a whole civilization will die tonight and everything else, and God bless the people of Iran. So absolutely absurd and absolutely um I don't know what word you want to put with it, but if there should be no more support for this man anymore after that. A president that's willing to say such a thing, threat such a thing, and according to White House staff, do such a thing because targets were in place, as we're told by Carolyn Levitt. So, um, you can say, oh, it's just a bluff. Well, that's not the kind of thing that a president should be saying to the nation at all. But that's and it's obviously a threat of nuclear weapons, and that's just insane. Well, anyway, here we are, Thursday, April 9th, and he says, I know why Tucker Carlson, Megyn Kelly, Candace Owens, and Alex Jones have all been fighting me for years, especially by the fact that they think it is wonderful for Iran, the number one state sponsor of terror, to have a nuclear weapon. Which they don't, by the way. They don't have a nuclear weapon. I did read that far, and then I looked up to find something that he tweeted out in June, where he was supposed to have destroyed their nuclear capability. And regardless, that's what he said. Let's just look at what he said. But I just want to make the point that um, these commentators only have the following that they have because there's so many that are absolutely opposed to everything that he's doing because it's against all campaign promises. And that's what it was up to this point. He's the anti war president. And then it turned into he's an absolute madman. He's absolutely lost his mind. And, I feel like a madman is kind of like it's the nice way of calling him evil, I guess, because at this point you're just like, well, that's just evil that you would actually threaten to nuke an entire nation and have no problem with destroying all of the civilians. Like, yes, you've actually demonstrated that you're evil, that you truly are evil. Well, here's what he said back in June 23rd, 2025. Monumental damage was done to all nuclear sites in Iran, as shown by satellite images. Obliteration is an accurate term. The white structure shown is deeply embedded into the rock, with even its roof well below ground level and completely shielded from flame. The biggest damage took place far below ground level. Bullseye. Okay, so there you go. We really didn't believe it, but the fact that we did attack their nuclear site, whatever we whatever happened there, whatever we got, like obviously that made us the aggressor. That made America the aggressor. And so and then it wasn't long after that where it was, news about, oh, of course they're going to be rebuilding their nuclear program, and America's certainly in the bullseye, certainly in the target. And it's just, and then of course we know as Marco Rubio told us, Israel forced our hand. Israel was going to attack, and so we, had to beat them to it. Well, let's get back to this here. And now they all, have to deny the thing that they all said. Trump said it. Rubio said it. Okay, so anyone that opposes, that dissents the dictator, is obviously they want Iran to have a nuclear weapon. That's obviously what they're rooting for. Picking back up here, because they have one thing in common: low IQs. Right? Yeah. They're stupid people. They know it. Their families know it. And everyone else knows it too. So he's calling America stupid because America does not support this. Look at their past. Look at their record. They don't have what it takes, and they never did. They've all been thrown off television, lost their shows, and aren't even invited on TV because nobody cares about them. They're nut jobs, troublemakers, and will say anything necessary for some free and cheap publicity. So he's speaking to his base, like basically the only people that could read this and not be like, you're insane, is his like elite base that has taken an allegiance and blood oath to support everything that he says. Now they think they get some clicks because they have third-rate podcasts, but nobody's talking about them, and their views are the opposite of MAGA. MAGA. Doesn't MAGA stand for Make America Great Again, not Make Israel Great Again? That was my understanding of it. Or I wouldn't have won the presidential election in a landslide. He won it based on his promises for no more wars and putting America first and focusing on America's economy and deporting millions of people. But he's a traitor. He has betrayed all of his promises. Nothing like, no reasonable person expects politicians to keep all their promises, or to keep most of them, or even to keep whatever percentage you want to think, but they don't. This kind of flip is absolutely unprecedented. It's absolutely unprecedented to have that kind of talk about destroying a civilization. So we'll continue this here, but he's talking about third-rate podcast. You're like, Tucker Carlson, guys like this. I don't take Candace Owens seriously. No, I don't think anyone does. But these are people that have massive followings, so like bigger than people have on corporate media. So all right, nobody's talking about them and their views are the opposite of MAGA. Or I wouldn't have won the presidential election in a landslide. MAGA agrees with me and just gave CNN a 100% approval rating of Trump. Yeah, all the boomers agree. All the boomers that watch Fox News all day. Not hand flailing fools like Tucker Carlson, who couldn't even finish college. He was a broken man when he got fired from Fox, and he's never been the same. Didn't know he didn't finish college. Does it matter? Does anyone care? No, nobody really cares about that. And he probably had better opportunities. But anyway, he was broke. Da 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 da. Okay, where are we at? Perhaps he should see a good psychiatrist. Or Megyn Kelly. This is the president of the United States, ladies and gentlemen. I know this is how he is, as people like to say, but he's, my goodness. Or Megyn Kelly, who nastily asked me the now famous only Rosie O'Donnell question, or crazy Candace Owens, who accused the highly respected First Lady of France of being a man when she is not, and will hopefully win lots of money in the ongoing lawsuit. This is why congressmen and women are afraid to speak up and call for impeachment, the 25th Amendment, anything, because they're afraid of a Truth Social like this with their name, and it's problematic. They're cowards. Actually, to me, the First Lady of France is far more beautiful, beautiful woman. Okay. Than Candace. In fact, it's not even close. Or bankrupt Alex Jones, who says some of the dumbest things and lost his entire fortune, as he should have, for his horrendous attack on the family. So basically he's trying to raise attack on the families of Sandy Hook shooting victims. This is long, ridiculously claiming it was a hoax. We'll continue. We'll pick it back up there. But he's trying to ostracize their entire audience. He thinks he's going after these individuals only, but he's going after their massive audiences so that he can be hated by those who follow each and every one of these individuals who all have massive followings. So there you go. These so-called pundits are losers, and they always will be. Now, fake news CNN, the failing New York Times, and all of the other radical left, quote unquote, news organizations are hailing them and giving them positive press for the first time in their lives. They're not MAGA, they're losers. Just trying to latch on to MAGA. This is definitely speaking to those seeing everything as a team sport. That, it's impossible to agree across party lines about the issues of APAC and war and all that sort of thing. It is amazing, admittedly, to see agreement between between right wing and left wing people, but this is the world that we're living in. People are all agreeing about corruption. They're all agreeing about uh, not threatening to nuke an entire civilization, genocide. That's to genocide a civilization. That's insane. Okay, I guess I'll read the whole thing. This is lengthy, so they're not MAGA. They're losers, just trying to latch onto MAGA. As president, I could get them on my side anytime I want to. But when they call, I don't return their calls because I'm too busy on world and county affairs. He's too busy watching Fox News, is what he's too busy doing. They're too busy on world and country affairs, and after a few times, they go nasty, just like Marjorie Trader Brown. But I no longer care about that stuff. I only care about doing right for our country. MAGA is about winning and strength in not allowing Iran to have nuclear weapons. Do you feel like we're winning? Do you feel like America is getting stronger? You feel like it's strong to threaten to nuke a country that would actually destroy our own nation? MAGA is about making America great again, and these people have no idea how to do that. But I do, because the United States is now the hottest country anywhere in the world. Yeah, that's why we're the laughing stock of the world. Absolutely humiliated, an absolute laughing stock to the entire world because of the current president. So that is the most absurd and ridiculous thing. Not that he's ever said. No, threatening to nuke an entire country and it being clear that targets were in place. That's what we're told. That I fully believe he was willing to go through with it, and we'll see what happens with the ceasefire and everything. If there's a nuke dropped, or if we take out their critical infrastructure, there's going to be hell on earth. There is going to be a lot to be. The world will no longer be the same as we know it. So pray that does not happen. Then hit that subscribe button. Hit like if you like content like this. Adam's analysis. I'll be dealing with current cultural issues and different things like that. Responding from a theological perspective, if it's fitting. This is just kind of my reaction off the top of my head, but as necessary, I'll bring in scripture and different things as well. All right, God bless. Hit subscribe. Take a look at the channel trailer below, and I will see you next time.